if you don't mind.
Okay, no problem.
Okay, so you can go right ahead when you're ready.
All right, cool. All right, good evening, official good evening to everyone. And
Evening.
just to make sure, because we're dealing with teamwork, team building, team. But just to make sure I understand who's present today, I would just call your device or at least your display name, and I'm just gonna ask you to let me know who is there, who's there using the device, just in case there's more than one person there. And all right, somebody gone. So Kara, Samuel, and Adeline, just update me with who's actually on the session for this on your device for this particular session.
All three of us.
All right. All right, cool. And Judeline,
Yes, please.
just you by your device
Just
or
me. Just me.
okay, okay. And well, Britton still Wesleyan Holiness Church.
Yeah, it's just me. It's just me.
All right, no problem. Tony,
Hey, it's just me today.
okay.
Well, right now.
And C,
That's Shireen.
yeah,
Me
I know.
and Danielle will be here shortly.
All right, so she's not actually there as yet. All
She's
right,
here, but she doing something, so she can come in like a minute or less.
okay, okay. All right, what I need is even as we go on, if someone else joins you on your device, just update me as well, please. And anyone know who was Galaxy J7 Prime? We had a Galaxy J7
Yeah.
Prime
I don't know
that
who that
dropped
was.
off.
I don't
Okay,
know.
okay. All right, we will actually get started then. And I will give you some instructions and then we will go into breakout rooms. More likely just yeah. No, I'm Margaret, I'm not sure how the breakout rooms work when you're going
Galaxy's back
live.
on.
Okay, okay. Hi Galaxy Prime, can you just let me know how many persons okay, gone. All right.
Maybe they have internet problems. Because
Yeah, yeah,
yeah, it
yeah.
is a difficult time in terms of
No,
technology as well.
no problem. So yeah, as I'm saying, I'm sure how the live would go with the breakout room. So if you know,
Oh,
Margaret, you would just handle that aspect for me.
no problem. No, yeah.
Yeah, while I flow. Now I'm gonna give you some instructions, and then I'm gonna have Kara, Samuel, and Adeline working as one team. I'm gonna have Judeline and Tony working as one team, and then I'm gonna have Margaret, Shireen, and Danielle working as one team. And in your team, you're gonna be trying to solve the problem that I gave you, but you're gonna be doing it first. When we're doing it here, before I put you in your groups, I want you to try to solve it on your own without any help from anyone or from any device, anything. You trying to solve it on your own. Then when I put you into your groups, your breakout rooms, Kara, Samuel, and Adeline, I wouldn't actually put you into a breakout group. You all would do your discussion right there amongst yourself. And by discussion, what I mean is each person will share their answer that they got to the problem that we are trying to solve. Now, when you share your answer, you will compare to the other person or persons in your room or in your group on your team. And the person that comes up with the highest answer, your responsibility is to try to explain to the other person or persons in your group, in your team, how you came up with your answer. Okay. Now,
That was Sorry, that was Shaka. Shaka Moore. He said he kept dropping out. He sent me a note
okay,
just now.
okay. All right. And once you do that, we only will have a couple of minutes to try to do that. We would then come back together as one big group. Well, before you come back together as one big group, you're making sure the persons in your group understand how you came to your answer, the highest answer. But if they don't come to that understanding within the allotted time, don't panic. We will still come back together in the large group. And when we come back together in the large group, we will try to hear the highest answer coming from your team. And then we will compare the answers amongst the three teams. And the team with the highest answer will then try to explain to the rest of the teams, how they came to their answer. Okay. All right. I'm trying to see the best way I could do this. More than likely, I'm gonna have to do it electronically. But what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna prep you. At this stage, you will work on your individual answer. I'm gonna show you a little diagram that I drew, and then I'm gonna give you your problem to solve. So I'm bringing it up slow. I got a little drum roll. Oh, it's coming up slow. Look at it. Rising, 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 rising. And this is it here. So looking at this diagram, picture, drawing, however you want to call it, as individuals, so although Kara, Samuel, and Adeline, although they're sharing their device, each one of them will be silently trying to calculate how many squares can they see in this diagram, this drawing, this paper here. How many squares can you see? Even the ones that my finger might be slightly touching, still include them as well. How many squares can you see? To be clear, I have red marker all the way around. It might blend in out this side with my orange shirt, but it's red all the way around the edges, all the way around, all the way around, all the way around. So each of you all know Judeline there working out in her head how many squares she can see, how many squares we have there. Tony doing the same, Shireen
Finished
doing the
already.
same. If don't call out your answer, don't keep it to yourself. If Danielle is there, remember, just let me know when she arrives. And I'm gonna bring it down now so that some persons can begin pondering in their head. I'm gonna try to find the electronic version so that I can place it in the um in the chats in the when we go into the breakout room. So still keep your answer to yourself. Let me just go and see if I could find it here. Um, so just hold on for me. All right, nevertheless, we will make it work. We'll make it work. I would not seeing it right now. Right now there. All right, so I'm gonna put you in your breakout rooms. You're gonna try to discuss while try to look for it still. And so I'm gonna set it the breakout rooms. Kara, Samuel, and Adeline wants to give the thumbs up. Y'all can start discussing amongst yourself. Actually, you may be even able to start now because you have you're on mute. So assign manually. Wait. Oh. Um. All right. Yeah, I got an idea. So when for those with the hopefully persons know about the breakout room, you will see an instruction coming to you asking or requesting that you join your breakout room. Once you see that instruction, you can actually join your breakout room. So to be clear, Kara, Samuel, and Adeline, you're one team. Judeline and Tony, you're one team. Shireen and Margaret, you're one team. I'm assigning the breakout rooms now. So once you see your signal, you can accept and go to your rooms. Sh- right, Shireen, you will not see you will not actually see one because whoa. So there's actually Danielle on her own device, or there's another Danielle.
I switching. Just give me one sec. One sec.
Oh, okay, okay. Yeah, Margaret, as I
I get to go
discovered.
now.
Yeah, Margaret, as I discovered just now, as the co-host, I can't actually assign the host to a room. So what I'm doing is I leaving you and Shireen here to be your own room in the main room. All right, Margaret, Shireen, you can hear me, right?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Or you could come off mute now, cause you and
I can
Margaret.
I can
Yeah,
make you host though. I can make you host because you need to go into the groups and see what's happening.
I can still go. Let me just. Yeah, I can still join as co-host, but it's just I can't assign the host. So the two of y'all could stay here and begin
Okay.
discussion. Or just give you another peep at your diagram before you
I
go and
do
show
it.
the
I knew
others.
there used to be a formula, but I can't
Yeah.
remember what the
So
formula.
you first thing you can do is actually let me hear. You can share how the number, your maximum number that you came up with. I want to hear Shireen's on. I ain't sure if Danielle was able, and then y'all will discuss from there. So let me hear yours, Margaret.
I got 21.
21. Let me hear yours, Shireen.
I got 21.
21. Okay. Just to make sure, because y'all might go be presenting to the others if they have less than 21, then just kind of discuss how you came to 21 so that somebody can present when we come back together. I'll go in and join the others now.
But it's more than 21 though, because you could
I,
get
I
another.
I don't know. You and Shireen
Yeah,
start discussing.
yeah, because you can get a 3 by 3 square. That's another one. You could get a 3 by 3 square. So if I go, wait, Shereen there? Shereen? Hello? Shireen.
I'm here. My daughter would. I'm here.
See the. Oh, you can get you can get a 3 by 3 screen, a 3 by 3 square too. You see that? You can get a
Yeah, I saw.
so and you can get them. There will be overlapping. I saw there's more than that you could get. So I mean, you could switch around. How many 3 by 3s? They can't exist together, but you can get a 3 by 3. Like you could get a 3 by 3. But my question is, if you get a 3 by 3, okay. So the way I got 4, you got the 16, and then you could get 4 2s, and then you could get that's the outer one. That's how I got the 21. That's the same thing you got, right?
Yeah, that's how we got the 21, the outer one, and then the 4 inner ones.
Right. And then the individual ones. But you could also get you could get a 3 by 3 square, by however you want to I don't know how many of these you could get. You can get one at a time, but you could get a 3 by 3. So how many of these you think we could get? If you look at the 3 by 3, how many could we count?
I looking at another image now. Well, the same image he has up. I see another one in the center, which would be at 22. made up of 4 squares. um, and then two at the bottom, 4 at the bottom would be another 2 squares. So that's 22, 24.
Because I thought that when you get it's 4 by 4, 4 raised to the power 4 of the number of squares. I think that's the formula that you normally would use. I'm trying to remember myself. So when I do 4 to the power 4, I got something like 256 squares that you can get, but I can't in myself figure out how you can get all of them. But that's what I remember.
Oh, okay.
But you could go ahead and see how many more you get.
Yeah, I checking now.
Daniel, Shireen, and Margaret, was your new highest number or is still 21?
I think we were trying to work on the formula 4 times to the power 4, which would tell me that.
I need an amount. Right now, I don't need the formula.
So much would tell me that we should get at least 256 squares.
So right now, right now your highest amount is 256.
Well, I don't know, Shireen, an agreement. I don't know where to find. I was wondering
because you gotta be able to explain how you get 256 to the others. So telling them that you have a formula, I am appreciative of the formula, but at some point in time they're gonna need to see 256 squares here.
How many we got so far, Shireen?
All right.
Because I think Shireen had 24 more. Shireen?
24 here? On top of the 21?
I'm here. I got 30 so far.
30.
So far.
So far. All right. Just let you know you got 1 more minute. I can let the others know they got 1 more minute now. And then they should be coming back. So y'all could continue working in that minute in case you need to before they get back.
Problem.
Yeah.
So Deane.
Yes, please.
The sheet got flip side.
Sorry. Only this say that you're seeing here. Only this say you're seeing here.
You want to show me just one face? You want to show me just one face so the 4 faces, right?
Nah, that would be wicked. That would be naughty, man. I think I should have given those. Yes, they're coming back. I think we have everyone back now.
Yes,
So
please.
I'm gonna start with Tony's team. Just announce your max number, the maximum number that you got. You don't have to explain it or anything yet, but just announce it. So what's your maximum number?
21.
21. I'm gonna ask the team with Danielle, Shireen, and Margaret to announce their provable max number. Their provable max number.
Go ahead, Shireen.
40. And then I'm gonna ask Gareth, Samuel, and Adeline, someone from their team, to announce their provable max number.
24.
24. All right, so 40, 24, 21. I'm gonna just ask the team with 40 to just prove to us. I ain't sure how they can get it done really. But yeah, you can talk me through it. I'm gonna try my best to point as you guide me. So over to 40, that'll be Danielle, Shireen, Margaret.
Do
All
the
right.
first. Okay, go ahead. Go ahead, Shireen.
All right, there's one 4x4 square, which is the larger one, right?
The actual,
Uh-huh.
yes, this whole big thing. Yes,
That's
that's
one.
one. Yeah.
And then I got 4 3x3s. So that's four
One,
blocks. 1, 2, 3, 4.
two,
3,
three,
4.
4. Yeah.
Right. And then 9 2x2s.
9 2x2s. So let me get these 9.
1,
1, 2, 3.
That's a square or rectangle.
2x2, D. 2x2. So 1, 2, 3,
Two
4,
by
5,
two by
6.
square. Those will be square.
Right. So I ain't getting 2x2.
Yeah.
Right.
Right. So that's 4, 5,
6,
6,
7.
7, 8, and then one in the middle,
9.
9. So so
And
far
then
that's what don't go on so
that
fast left me.
that's 14 so far.
9, 10, 14. Yes.
16, 1.
And then you got
9.
right. And then you got 16 small squares. Right. And then in the center, now you got 2 big ones.
Yeah, hold on.
You
So
got 16
16
small
plus
ones.
the what we had before bring me to
16 plus 9 is 25, right?
yeah.
25 and 4 is 29, and 1 is 30. So that's
So we
30
got
so far.
30. All right.
Right.
Tell me now.
And you got 2 big ones in the middle.
Big ones in the middle?
Yeah, in the
What
middle.
dimension?
So just a big in the middle. So
Like how many
like
squares ain't? How many
so that's
squares?
it.
That's
So
a 3
that's
by
4.
3.
So count 4 squares in the middle. 1, 2, 3, 4.
1,
One's in
2,
the center.
3, 4.
No, not that one's. The one smack in the center.
So 1, 2,
2, 3,
3.
4.
But we get them already. That was a
Yeah,
2 by 2.
we got those in it when you had 16. Those
That
were
was
the
a 2.
No.
16.
No, I talking about in the middle. He pen can't depend a little bit. Can't depend
So
a little
here,
bit. Right. So that 1, 2, 3, 4. That's one big one. No, Dean, only 1, 2. Right. Come down. 3, 4. That's 1 square. Right.
we count that already.
You count that
In the
ready?
2 by 2s.
So
Yeah,
the
that
2
was in
by
the 2
2.
by
In
2s.
the 2 by 2.
So you
Yeah.
could conquer 3 by 3. You could count the 3 by 3s.
She
Okay.
did
So this
3 by
which
3
one?
already.
No, we didn't do
No.
3 by 3s yet.
Yeah, she did 3 by
We have
3.
4 3 by 3s, but I'm
4
talking
by
about a
3 by
larger
3.
size. I'm talking about a larger size. 2 big sizes.
Yeah, you said a larger 3 by 3.
3 by 3s and got you got
Huh?
how many?
But
by
you
3s
guys
you
don't
got?
know. You guys don't. You kind of path there, Sir Shireen. I get lost.
So that all right. So what I'm left with is 8 very small squares and 2 very big squares that can left with 40. That's how I get it out.
8 very small squares. All right, just give me dimensions of these small squares. They're not the 1 by 1s.
That's how I describe them, small and big.
Wait. All right, and let me come back to the others then. So
So we were able to verify how many? 30 so far.
so far 30 legal ones for your team. I still trying to figure out what's the dimensions of the big one and the small ones that Shireen talking about. So I gonna just go. I want to hear from the others though. Julie and
So the
Tony.
2 by
Yes,
2s we had? How many 2 by 2s we said we had? 9?
no 6. Not 8. No 9. Yeah 9.
9. Okay.
Yeah 9
Right,
2
good.
by 2s.
Mhm.
Yeah. Julie and Tony, you all followed. Y'all followed how Shireen got to 30, or she lost y'all.
I still lost. As I said, it sounded like, that UE kind of mass I don't hear with the primary school children. I don't even think I get to the secondary level. I don't know the primary school children level.
Julie, how about you?
I think I see, but not how I. She was counting, but what she counted, I didn't count. I didn't
Okay.
get as many as, but I was following. But I still try to get the latter part of it.
Okay,
To
okay.
me, right,
Yeah.
it just, although yes, we use them at the same squares.
Yeah, I still using
It's
them.
not like repeating,
Let
Hmm.
but
me
okay, I
let me
kind
hear
of
from
get it.
Kara. Let me hear Kara, Samuel, or Adeline. Did y'all follow how we got to 30 squares based on Shireen's instruction?
Yes, please.
Y'all followed.
We
Okay.
have a person joining us, Uncle Dean.
Oh,
Chad.
Chad. Actually, I can put Chad on the spot. No, Chad, let me just hear you. Looking at this little diagram that I have here, I have outlined squares, including this one here with a red line all the way around. How many squares? No one, don't give Chad any tips, any hints. Chad, how many squares do you see? How many squares do you calculate from looking at this paper here, this diagram?
Need a little time, but I can give an answer just now.
When you say little time, how little you thinking? Charlie, keep going.
About 25.
All right, about 25. So far, we
Uh,
had 21, 24, and 30. We got 25 from you. All right, I'm going to try to follow Shireen again and try to see if we can get to 30. I'm going to do it in the reverse order from Shireen.
So Dean, if you get a black another color pen or something.
Uh-huh. Do it.
All right, go ahead. Let me see what you're
Yeah.
doing. Go ahead.
So this here is a square. And we got one of these, two of these, three of these, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. So somebody note down 16. Shireen, I count the 16 that you had, right? You agree with that 16?
I agree so far.
So now we can increase the size of the square and we can look at rather than just one square by itself, we can combine what we call a 2 by 2 square, which is two squares and two squares should bring it back to a square. So we got one of these. Then we got another one over here. That's two. Then we got another one down here. That's three. And then we got another one over here. Come down. And that's four. But if we look in the middle itself, we realize we got another 2 by 2 in here too, which will give us now 5. But if we now look not in the middle, but in the middle and slightly to the top, we got another one here, which will give us 6. And if we do the same thing, but we do it more down, we got another one here, which is 7. But if we use that same approach and we come from this side now, we got another one here, which is 8. And if we do the same thing out the other side, we got another one here, which is 9. So those are the 2 by 2s now, which is
Correct.
9. So that's 16 we had before plus 9, we at 25. But if we try now 3 instead of 1 or instead of 2, we try a 3, we go 1, 2, 3, and we come down 1, 2, 3, and we come down 1, 2, 3. We get one of those. If we start a little here now and we come from the other end, 1, 2, 3, and we come down 1, 2, 3, and we come across 1, 2, 3, and back up. That's 2. If we do the same thing now, but from the bottom, we come across 1, 2, 3, come up 1, 2, 3, and come across 1, 2, 3, and come back down. That's 3 of them. And if we do the same thing from the bottom, but out the other side, we come across 1, 2, 3, up 1, 2, 3, and come across 1, 2, 3, and count down. That's 4 of those. So just now we were at 16 plus 9, 25 plus 4 now is 29. So we
Okay.
so far we did 1 by 1s, 2 by 2s, 3 by 3. So now we would just try the 4 by 4, which is 1, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. And that would be one more. And that should give us a grand total of 30. And indeed, the current answer, based on just average intelligence, is 30. But Margaret has a formula that can give you more, but we will have to prove that in another session and forum.
But clearly I'm below average in math. We all know this. Now.
The approaching it from a formula could make it interesting. I mean, you can prove it through a formula. You actually know the formula, but I won't share the formula. Well, maybe I won't share the formula now. But looking at it from seeing, you can also work it out as well. But you got to see what is there, and then see what is there that you might not be seeing, which sounds confusing. But the whole purpose wasn't a math assignment. It was a problem solving assignment to show us the power of teamwork. And I can't remember what was the lowest score when persons tried it on their own. I think someone had, no, don't let me try to guess, but for sure I had at least one score below 21.
17.
17? Might even have one below that, but I can use 17. On our own, we can find that we max out at 17 for a particular task. You could use what units you want to use. If it's lifting something, 17 pounds, 17 kilos. If it is finances, $17, hopefully not 17 cents, because I think 1 cent out of commission, out of circulation now, so we'll stick with $17. It could be um transportation, vehicles, 17 vehicles, whatever the case may be, on our own, using our own resources. But when we work as a team, we can move up to a 21. I think I heard right 21 in the group with 17. But then if we grow our team even bigger, we can move from 21 up to, I think I heard it, 24. But if we grow our team even bigger, we can move from a 24 up to 30. Now, at the end of the day, at the end of this exercise, I'm gonna say all, but it might not be all if persons didn't follow it. But majority of the persons now actually sees 30 squares when they see that particular diagram. And I would even say for the ones that still can't figure it out, based on how confident other teammates were when they explained it, or when they try to explain it, you find that those teammates who still don't get it somehow still believe that it's possible, or no believe that it's possible to get 30, although before when they initially started, they maxed out at 17, 15, 24, whatever the case may be. And that is really, in a nutshell, the power of teamwork in terms of theory. Now, I'm going to do another aspect of teamwork here, because more than likely, y'all are viewing me as the team building specialist, or however you viewing me, and therefore you come here to learn from me. But honestly, the true essence of team usually facilitates that even the leader, but if you got a humble leader that's teachable and willing to, accept that he doesn't have all the answers, you find that even the appointed leader can learn from the persons he will be leading, the followers or his teammates. The captain of a team can learn from others, and that leads towards some important attributes even amongst members of a team. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to ask each person represented on the call to share one thing that they found or that they realized or that they were reminded of or that they learned even through this exercise that relates to teamwork. So I'm going to just give you a couple seconds to think about it, and then I will call names. I will try to do it in alphabetical order based on first names, and then we would hear from persons. Now, it's possible that by the time it gets to your turn, the exact answer that you were going to give, someone else mentioned it already. And what I want you to do is, although that's the case, once that was the answer you had at the beginning, I want you to still share it. If what they shared was similar but not your exact words, then I want you to use the exact words you had in mind to share when it's your turn. So I'm just going to give you a couple seconds where you're thinking of during this whole activity, during this whole exercise, either in your small group or when we came back together as one big team, just sharing one thing for you that you learned, that you were reminded of, that you realize would be a good point when it comes to teamwork or team building or functioning as a team. So just a couple more seconds for you to gather your thoughts, and then we will start with Adeline, then we will go to Kiara, then we will go to Chad, then we will go to Shireen, then Danielle, then Judeline, then Margaret, then Samuel, and then Tony. Yeah, I got all the names. Kiara, you ready? I mean, sorry, Adeline, you ready? Let me hear you, Adeline. I hope I calling your name right.
Adeline is not available at this moment.
All right, so we tagging Kara.
Team building is stronger than when you work by yourself.
All right. And after Kara will be
Chad.
Chad, yeah.
No, I said I know Dre, but I believe that even though one person may only see a specific amount or is only have enough knowledge for a particular area, but with help, you can get help from others, and even though they may have a different perspective or they have a wider experience of knowledge or whatever, then you can still learn from it. And you could just be humble instead of saying, oh, she always think that she's smarter than me. That we can always learn from one another rather than depending on ourselves to figure out everything. And not only that, but as you figure out, she teaches the other person teaches you, like to help grow your knowledge on certain aspects of life or whatever it may be that you'll be doing, and you can also pass it on to others as an experience as well.
Right, thanks, dear Chad. I think we lost the others, but okay. Shireen.
Sonia here, right? She wasn't here for the exercise, but she still wants to say something on teamwork.
All right.
No,
I will come around to her after you then, right?
no problem.
Yeah. Shireen.
I learned that everybody's opinion counts, and you can agree to disagree as well. Um,
Just
and
one
that,
if
oh,
yeah,
right.
just one way.
Everybody opinions count. Everybody's opinion counts. Sorry.
Yeah, cool. And Danielle.
It's good to work together.
Jeez, so brothers. All right, after After D would be Judeline.
I say each person see things in a different light.
All right.
Take on a different perspective.
Margaret.
It's important to share your thoughts, ask questions, and listen.
And listen. And then Samuel. Samuel, you there?
Team means together we achieve more.
Jeez. Oh.
He's on my
To,
football
to,
team.
together we achieve more. 20.
Well, I like working by myself, so joining together with other persons, I got to hear what they said and offer my opinion. So that was good. Got to work on the part where you don't feel too bad if you didn't get the right answer. But working together helps you see things from other people's perspective.
All right. And Antonia.
So I've never had a good experience with teamwork. Teamwork is about trusting the members you were paired with and work together to reach the same goal.
All right. Is Adeline back or
You have a galaxy.
yes? Checking on Adeline and Galaxy. This is who. You could just let us know who you are so we could welcome you properly and at least know who we got on our team for our team building. If you were speaking, you're still on mute. Yeah. I didn't hear.
Hi, good evening.
Yes, good evening.
This is Sandra. Sorry to be so late, but I was engaged doing something else. Really, really sorry.
Okay. All right, Sandra, still welcome. Definitely, and you will hear part of the wrap up, which will also still be good for next week's continuation session. But let me just make sure, see if Adeline is available again or not yet. All right, again, let Adeline slay there. But yeah, like so you see the points that were mentioned there, key points to any team, and some very important points that may be overlooked, but can be the actual big downfall of even the best of teams. And I don't want to call who call them but I just you see the more knowledgeable person, if they don't realize that they can learn from others, if they think because they are the most knowledgeable, then oftentimes it can hinder them from receiving or hinder the team from receiving the actual breakthrough idea that they needed to get through. And the interesting thing about it is persons sometimes limit themselves by exalting themselves as the most knowledgeable, or sometimes they kind of get set up as in they're trying to exalt themselves as the most knowledgeable, but others around them might see themselves as so not knowledgeable that they kind of take a back seat and hold in their ideas, because it's like this idea ain't gonna make no sense, or like this idea you really think like my idea could compare to that other body idea. And sometimes in doing that, we rob the team of the idea that was the being the breakthrough idea. And then even beyond the actual idea being a breakthrough idea, and this happens a lot in when it comes to innovation. So a lot of the fancy devices or breakthrough in technology that we have is actually like the result of the knowledge gained from a previously failed idea. And therefore, your idea in itself might not be the breakthrough idea, but it might be the idea to cause people to think outside of the normal box that they were thinking, or outside of the line or the track that they were going down. So, for instance, when Margaret mentioned that there's a formula that brings about 200 and can't remember 200 and how many ever squares. Although I know that to my current knowledge was not so, it still challenged me to like look again and check again. And in that looking again and checking again, in another circumstance or another scenario, could have been the key for me to be actually able to find the actual solution or the new breakthrough to whatever it is that we were working on. So that's going to be important for us going on and going into next week, that we really and truly come to the table understanding one, regardless of how knowledgeable I am, there's a possible idea amongst my team that can actually be I don't want to call it the winning idea, because then we might get competitive. I know if persons here are competitive, but be the idea to solve the particular problem. And then also for the others coming, whether it's because of your age, as in she's on, well, I'm only this years old, so I ain't gonna know much, or I'm so older, so much older than these young people who got so much Google and so many this and so many that, that I ain't gonna even know what's going on. For whatever reason, when you come to the table with the understanding that, you know what, even my idea, regards to why thinking, how I think about it, can be an idea either to be the breakthrough idea or to spark the level of thinking that will be necessary to come upon that breakthrough idea, that the entire team then is successful. And we saw some wonderful videos at the beginning that really reminds us that together, I think it was, I can't remember who it was, but say that together we achieve more, and that is correct once we utilize
That's
the
Samuel.
Samuel, yeah, once we utilize the principles of the whole team dynamics and team building. So that is it for me from this particular session, but I'm open to any questions. At this point, I will hand over to Margaret.
Any questions? Any comments? Okay, I heard none. So we want to thank Uncle Deane and taking us through this evening to be a very interesting session. The importance of working together. Everybody has a contribution, and
Yes.
we got to be able to listen to that, because that one contribution can solve. Yeah, I don't know if everybody's remember balancing something and you can't finish it, and one, but they said, "Look here," and that completes the whole puzzle. And even though that person made the input at the end, it caused the thing to be complete. And so everybody has a contribution. And sometimes we don't even want to speak up, but it's important that we speak up and give our contributions. Because that's the other thing about teamwork. Not only the leader hogging the show, but other people have an input and just don't want to share it, either because they're too shy or they don't think it's significant. And that's all important in a team. So we want to thank you for joining us this evening. I believe some people are still without power, but spread the word, please. This is an important thing, because we always have teams in families, teams at work, teams at church, netball, football teams. Together we achieve more, seem like a football team or a basketball team. But we always in groups, leadership, cell groups, whatever. There are always teams that we have to work with. So thank you so much for joining us this evening. And we're going to ask Sister Sandra to pray for us, the last attendee. And see you next week. We're going to be continue to talk about teams next week.
Okay. Heavenly Father, we want to give you thanks for this day that you have made. We thank you that we were able to have Youth Connect this evening. And we want to thank you for all that you have done for us, despite what we would have gone through last Friday. We want to thank you for those of us who are connected and were able to join this evening's session. We want to thank you for our brother who would have done his presentation this evening on a very important topic, because we know that no man is an island, and we know that unity is strength, and we know that everyone's contribution is important to the success of any team effort. And so this evening, we want to say thank you for him, and we pray that as we go away, that those who would have heard the entire session, that it would really take away something and benefit from it. And we look forward to next week's session. So again, we say thanks, and we give you praise, and we give you all that is due to your wonderful name. Amen.
Amen. So thank you. And together, I like that. Together we achieve more. So
Yes.
have a good evening. Thank you, Samuel. And everybody, thank you for joining us, and see you next week, 6 o'clock. We're going to try to start on time, 6 o'clock, so we get a wider, longer time. So our time is next Friday, 6 o'clock, same connection. Tell a friend, tell your neighbor, tell whoever. It doesn't necessarily have to be youth, but certainly this is a time we need to be teams, because together we can achieve more.
Yeah.
In fact, that sounds like a political Anyway, have a good evening.
I like it. I like it. Maybe we should adopt.
Good evening.
Have a good evening.
All right.
Good
Have a
evening.
good evening, everyone.
All
Bye.
right. Have a
Bye.
good evening, everybody.
Bye, everyone.
Yeah, good night.
Thank you all today. Bye.